Hello, my lovely Leos. This is for Leo's Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, so I feel like your person's definitely, with the Seven of Wands energy, they're standing up for what they believe in. And again, it kind of reminds me of like that freedom card, where it's like if they really want to follow something like, this connection, they're fighting for it. They're not just going to give up because there's something in the way or something like that. Like your person is, I think, freeing themselves from what doesn't serve their highest good, so that they can follow their bliss, like follow you, follow this connection, because we have the Sun and the Ace of Cups, which again is like realizing the importance of love and happiness, and really putting that at like paramount importance for their life, like really deciding to do what they can to manifest more love. And then we have the High Priestess. So your person's also being really guided by their intuition right now. They're really getting in touch with their divine feminine side, their connection to source and spirit, which is really helping them, again, like guide them in the right direction. And then we have the Four of Swords. So I feel like your person is definitely taking a lot of time to heal. I feel like this is related to the Failure card, that maybe they've had to heal from like things that they feel like were mistakes in their life. Like, for some of you, it could be that, like karmic situations, maybe they feel like they like made a mistake being with that person or in that situation, and they're having to just like forgive themselves and learn from it. It could also just be, if that's not resonating, if that's, for not your story particularly, it could also just be that they're healing from that feeling of inferiority or inadequacy, or like just accepting themselves for who they are, so then they have like a really solid foundation to improve themselves, because it's really hard to improve yourself if you're coming from a place of like self-loathing. It's like you have to come from a place of self-love to do that healing work, and then that's when you begin to shift and change. So I feel like your person's going through some sort of a deep change here, where they're learning to like accept themselves and other people more and be kinder to themselves. And I feel like this is going to allow them to bring more love and just a brighter, clearer, happier energy here with the Sun. A really successful energy, like just much more positive, energy to this connection in the future. Clarify the Four of Swords, pile 1, please. Clarify the Four of Swords for pile 1, please. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands says, I'm carefully planning my next steps. And then the Knight of Cups, I want to come to you and give you my love. So while they're healing, while they're doing this healing work, they are in the process of planning how to come to you and give you this Ace of Cups here, which is what they really want to do. So for some of you, if it seems like your person's like at a distance emotionally, or you feel like disconnected from them, and you're wondering like, maybe they pull their energy back and you're wondering where they went, stuff like that, it's because they are in this planning mode, but they are going to give you this love when they heal more. So yeah, I feel like giving your person plenty of space and time to do this inner work is definitely helpful. And then we have the Queen of Swords. You see right through me. So I feel like this person wants to bring clarity to this connection as well. They want to bring, clear communication to you, and really be honest with you. Exactly, like giving them, because there's this inner freedom, like there's like a blockage, I feel like, being cleared here. It's almost like, because there's kind of blue in this card, it could be a throat chakra blockage, that they are realizing that they do have the freedom to speak their truth, because again, they're prioritizing like love and honesty here, in this connection. Let's see. All right, let's get some of these cards. All right, what else is really going on with pile 1's person, please? What else is really going on with pile 1's person, please? Else is really going on with pile 1's person? Oh yeah, look at this. We have the Four Pentacles open up. So for some of you, your person has been very, very closed off. It's funny, I was just saying that there's like a throat chakra blockage or something. Your person maybe was in that energy of the Four of Pentacles, really being super self-protective, secretive, not showing you how they really feel. But again, this freedom energy coming in as they heal to bring forward that communication, that love here that they really do have for you. And then we also have the Master card. So this is like the devil energy here. So again, there's like this blockage that they've had inside where they've been maybe hiding their feelings, hiding how they really feel for you, blocking their emotions. And it's like learning to take those walls around their heart that maybe they've had up for a long time. It's about this person like really learning to take those down and be expressive. And then we have sadness and isolation, Three of Swords. So yeah, the Four of Swords can kind of represent a bit of a isolated energy, like your person's kind of just spending a lot of time alone. They might really be missing you a lot too, especially if you're like disconnected at the moment. But I feel like in this moment of sadness and isolation, it's like helping them to grow here. As you can see, like this person's like transforming into their true selves. So even though like in this isolation, it might seem like, you know, you really miss your person, they really miss you, it's still kind of like an important journey for them to be able to like become their highest version, because there is this like lower vibrational energy here with the devil card that definitely needs to be like worked through and examined. And I feel like that inner work is definitely best done on the individual level, like, you know, in the comfort of their own space. We also have success and growth with the Eight of Wands. Oh, look at this. That's so interesting. I was talking about the throat chakra. Look at that. The throat chakra and the sacral chakra. So I feel like the sacral chakra is also about like creativity and personal freedom as well. You know, the ability to like live passionately with what you really want in life. And also that's definitely very, yeah, just very passionate, sensual energy as well. So I feel like they are allowing themselves to feel all this, you know, pleasure with you. And I feel like maybe healing, I'm feeling like with the sacral chakra, they're healing things from like past romantic relationships. Like kind of like getting rid of those like kind of karmic energies. So they are kind of clearing those all out here. And yeah, healing this throat chakra blockage that's been keeping their heart closed off, that's been keeping them away from you and disconnected from you emotionally. And then success and growth. So this is the Eight of Wands energy. This is them wanting to, I think, move towards you with, again, a lot of passion and communication. Also, it just shows that they are growing as a person and they are working through these like darker energies, but they're doing it successfully. Like they're accomplishing what they have been wanting to accomplish, and they haven't given up on themselves. And I feel like they are planning on returning to you, I feel like, for success. It's just at the moment there might be just, again, things that they need to work through right now. What is Pile 1's person's current energy towards Pile 1, please? What is Pile 1's person's current energy towards Pile 1? We have Stone People Vigilance and Dreamtime Creation. So this person is definitely keeping a close eye on you with this vigilance card. This reminds you of like the Page of Swords or something, like kind of just keeping an eye on you. So they are definitely watching you, stalking on social media, stuff like that. And then with this Dream Time card, it's interesting because the sacral chakra is also tied to creation. It's like, I feel like this person's really learning how to like manifest their dreams right now. Also, you guys have been, I feel like, connecting a lot in the 5D. This person maybe has been meditating a lot to connect with you, either like on purpose or just like they just find themselves connecting to you, or they've been, yeah, just dreaming about you a lot. So if you guys haven't been in contact in the 3D, I feel like there's a lot of stuff happening on, like in other dimensions, like other layers of reality. Maybe just not the physical world, but that doesn't mean that there's like nothing going on. I feel like you guys are very much like communicating like at the soul level through various ways, like telepathy as well. I feel like, what else is Pile 1's person's current energy towards Pile 1? What else is Pile 1's person's current energy towards Pile 1? What else is Pile 1's person's current energy towards Pile 1? This is Pile 1's person's current energy I think that's basically it. Let's see. We have deserving and status quo. So I feel like this person is learning to feel worthy of you and this connection. They're learning to feel like they deserve you, that they deserve this love, they deserve your companionship. It's like healing those self-esteem issues, that came out here earlier, like failure. Like this person's realizing that they're not a failure, that they do deserve happiness. They're like learning to be less hard on themselves about their mistakes. And then from the book, this status quo card is basically talking about your person. I think like learning to accept themselves and feel comfortable in their environment. And I think they're realizing that like with the status quo energy, it's like they don't need to run away from this connection, if that makes sense. Like they have a good thing with you and they don't need to run away and find something else or go somewhere else or be with somebody else. It's like this is a really blessed connection that you guys have. And so things could go really well for the two of you here. If you continue this connection and have a life together, it could present just a lot of stability and like happiness. It almost kind of reminds you of like the Four of Wands, or like the Ten of Pentacles energy, where it's just like you provide this person with a really strong feeling of stability. I'm going to get one more card from this deck too. What else is pile one's person's current energy towards pile one? What else is pile one's person's current energy? And a consciousness of lack. So this reminds me of like the Five of Pentacles energy, where maybe your person in the past has been kind of focused more on like the negative aspects of life and not so much on like gratitude and like how much they do have in their life and what they do have to be, feel really blessed about. And again, I feel like this is that issue here with like feeling like a failure, feeling like they're not good enough here, like that they don't deserve you. So it's interesting because we have deserving and then lack consciousness. So it's like your person's having to shift from lack consciousness into abundance and gratitude and feeling really good about themselves. It's actually really interesting. This is the number, this card is the number 5 card and this card is the number 6. So that's literally like the progression that's going on here. So yeah, your person maybe really did struggle with some self-esteem issues, self-worth issues. Maybe they really look at you as like a super abundant person. Also with the status quo card, it could be that sometimes maybe your person feels like they don't really fit in, and it's like they're learning to be like okay with that. Like they're learning that they don't necessarily like have to fit in to the status quo, that they also can do their own thing, like with this creation card, like they can be creative as well. I feel like I'm hearing, especially in regards to career, like I feel like maybe a person is also realizing that they want to start like a creative venture, have a business that's maybe like less conventional. So like maybe start kind of more like a spiritual business or just whatever they've come up with. Like it's like your person's learning that it's okay to maybe listen to their intuition and their gut, and that will actually bring them a lot of abundance. Like they don't have to maybe follow the conventional path to be happy, to find fulfillment in life. All right. What does pile one's person want to say to pile one right now, please? What does pile one's person want to say to pile one right now? What does pile one's person want to say to pile one right now? What does pile one's person want to say to pile one? Let's see. I receive so many signs and synchronicities about you. I swear I see your name everywhere. So this person does get a lot of signs and synchronicities. And again, with like that dream time energy there, it's like in dreams, they might like dream about you constantly. And then they wake up and they're thinking about you all day. They might see your name a lot. They just might see things that remind them of you. People might like bring you up in conversation or something around them. I see my reflection in your eyes. So there is like a lot of mirroring here. This person sees a lot of similarity between the two of you. I feel protective of you in our love. Interesting, because the 7 of Wands did come out here. So it's like your person wants to like protect you. They want to take care of you. I feel like you really mean a lot to them and they want to keep you safe. We also have, I want to move in with you and live our lives together. Okay, so yeah, for a lot of you, this person does want to live with you. It's interesting. Again, I was kind of saying like with the status quo card, it's like they feel like they could like, yeah, settle down with you and it'd be like a really positive experience. So your person maybe has dreams of living with you in the physical world, like having a family together for some of you as well. What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? What else does pile one's person want to say? Oh, look at this. I'm coming back and showing up as my best self. So this person is definitely on the return. I feel like you're going to be seeing more evidence of them in your reality. Like they might start reaching out more, or you might just feel their energy more strongly. You might be like dreaming about them a lot more, feeling like telepathic energy, but it's because right now they're healing all this stuff so then they can come back in an even better version of themselves. You truly understand me in a way I've never felt before. Please don't give up on me. I am completely committed to you. I'm having an ego death. So yeah, there is some sort of ego death, like they're releasing a lot of fear right now with that devil card. And then I drive myself crazy overthinking everything. So this overthinking could be a lot of why they struggle to open up, because maybe they think about like reaching out to you and saying something, and then their own like mind basically kind of creates like this trap for them. But that like lack consciousness, feeling like they're going to be rejected, like feeling like they don't deserve you. So then they kind of like, they get like that throat chakra blocks, and then they can't actually say what they want to say to you. And I feel like it's really hard because it's like, on one hand, there's like this pull to connect with you very deeply, but then on the other hand, there's like all these walls and like things that they've built up their whole lives to prevent from getting hurt, that then it's like you're having to, go through so many layers of like pain and trauma to like actually connect to their soul. And I feel like this person is just releasing all of those layers maybe on their own, especially so then you don't have to deal with them, if that makes sense. Because then when you guys are together, you won't have to like struggle so much with your person's, pain and issues and stuff, because a lot of that's already been healed while they've been on their own, if that makes any sense. What else does Pauline's person want to say? I'm dedicating my life to love and service. So it's interesting because the card that came out earlier was like, I'm prioritizing love, or like it's important to prioritize love. So that's definitely what your person is doing again. I'm making new choices. I want different things for my life now. And please have compassion for me and try to understand things from my perspective. I was working with what I had at the time. So this is your person saying like, if I've hurt you, if I've been, difficult in the past, like I've changed, I'm changing now. Like, but this card, I'm making new choices. So that your person is saying that they are, I feel like, evolving beyond their past behavior. Like they're not going to be the same person forever. They are definitely changing. Your person's adapting to all these, all this healing, what they're doing. They're adapting, they're changing, they're shifting, they are growing. And now I feel like they know more than they used to, and they're making these different choices because, they're just not the same person anymore. Okay, let's see. This is interesting. This card fell out. I dream of you nearly every night and daydream of you all day. There's no way I will ever be able to forget about you. And that's so funny because I was kind of just saying that, and then the dream time card came out earlier. So exactly, your person is like dreaming about you at night and then daydreaming about you as well. What else is pile one's person want to say to pile one? What else is pile one's person want to say to pile one? I wish to spend eternity in your loving arms. Your love is irreplaceable. I know I will never find anyone else with whom I feel such a strong and magical connection. Wow. So your person knows that this is a very special thing that you guys have. And then nothing I've ever done was your fault. So they're saying that if they hurt you or if they ghosted you or whatever they've done, they were with the karmic person. For some of you, if that resonates, it was never your fault. It was never because you weren't good enough. It was just because they were learning those lessons with those like catalysts and things like that. And you were always more than good enough for them. All right, let's see. What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? What else does pile one's person want to say to pile one? I'm focused on you. Okay, so this person's definitely focused on you. It's interesting because the vigilance card came out earlier too. So yeah, your person is definitely keeping a very close eye on you. So even if it seems like they're not reaching out to you or they're like distant, it's like they still are very much focused on you. I want to deepen our connection. So this person wants to deepen your connection. They want to talk more about their feelings. They want to deepen the commitment as well. So that's really beautiful. All right, let's get you a word of advice from these lovely cards. All right, what does Paul want you to hear right now? does pile one need to hear right now? Does pile one need to hear right now? This one says, transform your life with self-love. And this is beautiful. There's like a transformation here, this little butterfly. From now on, let every action, every reaction, every thought, and every emotion be based on love. Increase your self-love until the entire dream of your life is transformed from fear and drama to love and joy. And that is so interesting because that's also like the lesson that your person is currently learning as well. So you guys are totally mirroring this. To master love, you have to practice love. This is cool. Target practice. It's like Cupid's arrow. The art of relationship is a whole mastery, and the only way to reach mastery is with practice. To master a relationship is therefore about action and is not about attaining knowledge. So I feel like this is saying that you are learning to master love and unconditional love, like through this relationship. And it's about, interacting with your person, and actually just like practicing things. So I feel like, again, that's kind of that message about don't be hard on yourself if you feel like you make mistakes in this connection, or like you wish that you had done things differently, because like that physical practice is like how you do learn these lessons. It's like you can't learn to cook from just reading a cookbook. Like you have to brave the kitchen, and maybe you'll burn like some things, and maybe you'll mess the recipes up, but then eventually you'll get really good because you've been practicing it. So I feel like that's kind of a metaphor for this relationship. Is like, even if sometimes you feel like you get burned or you mess things up, it's like you can never really mess things up because it's all just a learning experience, basically. And then surrender to God. Very simple, but very true. So suffering is nothing but resistance to God. The more you resist, the more you suffer. It is simple. Once you surrender to God, there is no struggle, there is no resistance, there is no suffering. So yeah, definitely if you're really experiencing a lot of anguish or suffering because of this connection, like always surrender that energy to God and feel like very one with the divine, because like that really helps with dropping the ego and a lot of like attachment, especially like fearful attachment, like worrying about outcomes and things like that. All right, so what else does pile one's person when a state of pile one? What else does pile one's person when a state of pile one? What else does pile one's person in a state of pile? I'm crazy about you. I'm feeling the vibe. We have bored, so they are bored a bit, missing you. This says twin flames, so definitely could be a twin flame connection for a lot of you. And then I could talk to you for hours. So this person is maybe really missing your conversations. They just want to hang out with you. They want to talk to you for hours. What is pile one's person's current energy towards pile one? What is pile one's person's current energy towards pile one? It's a bit too many. All right, so we have this Knight of Swords energy, so they definitely do want to come forward with truth and communication. Oh wow, we have the Lovers as well, so that's a very romantic energy. A person is definitely feeling that for you right now. This Three of Wands, so this is about them planning to take action in the future. And then the Three of Pentacles, so I feel like this is about them like rebuilding the connection, building something with you, strengthening the bond that you guys do share. What else does pile one need to hear? What else does pile one need to hear? Let's see, this one says every journey starts with one step. So I feel like that's kind of what's going on with your person right now, is they are on this journey here, the Three of Wands back to you. And I feel like they are step by step coming towards you. Even if it seems like slow progress, I feel like they are still coming towards you. This says believe in love. So definitely a reminder to believe and not give up hope on this connection or your person. I have this little palm tree, which is really cute. So it's like very fifth dimensional energy between the two of you, like very 5D. And this is a sacral chakra charm for me. So there definitely is something going on there, a lot of passion, this fire as well. So yeah, there's like an intense burning passion that you guys have for each other. You have this letter A, you have the number 6, so unconditional love, this little unicorn ring. So they definitely want to commit to you is what I feel, because they know that you're very unique and very special. We have this horse here. So freedom again, they're freeing themselves from those limiting beliefs. This says love as well. So learning to prioritize love in their life. Definitely this little butterfly. So transformation and growth definitely happening as well. This sea turtle reminds me of the King of Cups. So I feel like your person is a very sensitive, like emotional person. I think they're learning to accept that about themselves. You have this star, which kind of reminds me of the pentacle energy, the connection to the earth and the five elements. So I feel like your person is like learning to really get grounded. Also, the stars about hope and healing. This little kitty cat. So always listen to your intuition. I feel like cats are very intuitive, very psychic, and very sensitive. So perhaps you are as well. Maybe you have a cat. Maybe you'll have cats together someday with your person. And this is like a little goddess charm. So definitely honor yourself as the divine feminine, or at least the divine feminine aspect of you. And you do have like goddess energy with you. We have this little like bow here. So I feel like this is a sign you guys are very like tied together. Even if in the 3D world doesn't look like there's stuff going on, it's like energetically you guys are always very tied to each other, very connected, and your person definitely feels it. All right, pile one, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Sending you abundance and bliss. Take care. All right. Hello, pile two. Welcome to your reading. It's lovely to have you. I hope you're doing really well. So let's look at what your person is currently learning and what's going on with them. So we have service, surrender, and compassion. So these are really good lessons. I feel like your person is learning to like step outside of themselves and see things from other people's point of view and kind of be in that energy of like service to others and not needing to control things here with the surrender card. Like, I feel like this is also to do with vulnerability, because sometimes a fear of vulnerability is like a fear of like losing control and giving your power away to other people. If you show them that you care about them, stuff like that. And I feel like this is kind of your person healing like a wounded masculine energy here, of being really controlling and maybe not compassionate. I feel like that's like, could be a darker element, sometimes like a masculine wound, but I feel like your person is really learning to have that empathy and really learn to help other people and like see things from their side of things, like see things from your perspective as well, definitely. So the service card says, I feel good when I can help others. So this person's realizing that living for just themselves isn't necessarily like emotionally satisfying or spiritually gratifying. It's like learning to live to also help others is a way for them to find that fulfillment. And this person's realizing that it can even help them with their self-love, to be more loving to other people, to give more. So this also could be about them being drawn to whatever mission work they're supposed to be doing. And then again, surrender, like, can release my need to control, like learning that they are safe. You know, the universe is keeping an eye on them. They're not lost in the world in danger, like learning to just feel safe and let things happen as they should and let things flow and not keep like a tight fist on everything, if that makes sense. And then compassion, you demonstrate the language of the heart by actively living and sharing love. So I feel like your person is like becoming a humanitarian right now, which is really great. So I think they're going to show up in your connection with their heart more exposed and more willing to give love and see things from like a loving perspective and have more compassion and gentleness with people, which is really great. What's going on with Paltu's person? What's really going on with Paltu's person? What is their energy? What's really going on with Paltu's person? What's really going on with Paltu's person? What went on with Paltu's person? So we have the Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the World, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so then I'll stop here because there's more, but this Four of Pentacles is really interesting because that's that exact energy that they're like moving beyond here, is that control, that fear, like keeping things to themselves, very secretive. It's almost like, yeah, just wanting to protect themselves and like only really looking out for themselves. And then it's interesting because we do have like the Eight of Wands or Eight of Pentacles here, which is showing that they are like working on this, like they are improving beyond this. Because there's this energy of like completion here and spiritual awakening, I feel like, with the world, especially with all these butterflies here. It's like, I think this person's like crown chakra is like opening, like they are having some sort of enlightened, I feel like, realizations right now, and like realizing that exactly like with the service card, like the more we give to other people, because we are all connected and are connected as people, animals, etc., the more we give love and positive energy to other people, that love will find its way back to us always, because we are so connected. So the more loving we are, the more love that we will call back to us, and like that we just put that really good energy out into the universe. And so this person's realizing that they don't need to like hold all this love within themselves and be controlling and not want to show their feelings. It's like when they distribute that love, they will receive it like tenfold. I feel like this person's realizing, which is again that energy of like completion and maturity. Like your person is really maturing on a very deep level. Like no matter how old they are, I feel like they are reaching like another level of spiritual attainment. With this Ace of Wands, I'm definitely feeling inspired. I think they're inspired because maybe they're realizing that they can change, they can shift their life. Like they do have a purpose. Maybe for some of them, they've actually found their purpose, like what their service to humanity is. And they could be maybe pursuing that with this Eight of Pentacles energy that can represent like a job. So maybe this person is actually like starting their own business, or at least starting that project of whatever they're going to contribute. And it doesn't just have to be like a spiritual business as well. It could also just be, they could be a very ethical lawyer or something like that. Just whatever their mission is. Let's see. So we also have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Wands, and the Tower. So it looks like with this Ten of Wands and the Tower energy, your person's letting go of some sort of burden or obstacle. There's like something that they are releasing right now, because the Tower, you can see this is all like melting away into the sea. So for some of you, this could be karmic relationships or situations that have been like weighing on your person, bogging them down. And then it's interesting because we do have the Surrender card. So it's like, there's just these, whatever's been, like, it could also just be emotional baggage that maybe a person's been carrying around with the Ten of Wands. But whatever this is, if it's a karmic relationship or just their own internal stuff, they are kind of releasing it and surrendering it. And they're just letting the Tower crumble and letting it go, and like letting it be replaced with all this love energy here. And sharing the love that they really do have inside of themselves with other people. We have the Moon. So this is really beautiful. I feel like they are definitely feeling very emotional right now. It could be a very like, just a time of heightened emotion, but there could be like some sort of maybe like dramatic emotional stuff going on at the Tower here, especially if they are having to like leave a situation behind. It's like kind of maybe bringing up a lot for them, but I think it's bringing up to be released. Like there's a lot of like, I feel like also secret love. I feel like that's going to be coming out in this connection. Like your person is maybe preparing to really show you the depths of their heart. Five of Cups and the Three of Swords. So especially in regards to this connection, if there's like a distance between the two of you, this person is really, really missing you. And it's like, I feel like they have this energy of like regret. Like they wish they had shown you more love in the past. Like maybe they used to be in this Four of Pentacles energy, really kind of kept everything like locked up inside of them, and they weren't showing you how they really felt. And they feel like that could even be what this Tower moment is like they've been carrying all this love around with them with the Ten of Wands, and then they're realizing that they should just let that love out. Like they don't have to keep it all locked up inside of themselves. And they wish that they had been more vulnerable with you, more open. So there is like some shadow work, I think, being done so your person can move towards this connection, which is really good. I feel like it's like they feel this empathy here at the Three of Swords, again with that compassion card. It's like they feel bad for maybe hurting you in the past as well. It's like they're really like realizing that they maybe have really caused you a lot of inner pain, because maybe they're starting to see things from your perspective now and understand that if like someone did that to them, that they would be really, really hurt, or if you did that to them, they would feel a lot of pain because of it. So I feel like they're, again, with that World card, this energy of like seeing how connected we all are, they're realizing that it's not just them in their own little bubble. Like you are like a mirror to them. You are like another version of themselves in another body, experiencing a different reality, but still very, very connected. And so they're realizing that the pain that they do unto others is directly comes back to them, and they feel it in their heart space. And so I think they want to be more compassionate and like tender moving forward. With which is really beautiful. And again, that's that energy of service. Like part of being in service to others is like actively like vowing to not harm other people emotionally, and to try to really look out for other people's feelings in a lot of cases. Let's see. Clarify the Three of Swords, please. For pile 2, clarify the Three of Swords. Bit too many. Oh my gosh, look at this, you guys. This is so crazy. I was literally just talking about that. We have the Five of Swords. Hurting you hurts me too. Literally what I was just saying. So this person very well could have hurt you in the past. It maybe not even in the recent past, maybe like a long time ago. Or it could be very recently. I feel like this is also realizing that maybe if they hurt their past partners as well, or just like people in their life, they're just again realizing that if they hurt other people, they feel that pain. And then the Four of Cups, I'm reflecting on my life and decisions. So it's like they're looking back on these choices that maybe they made choices in the past that did really hurt you, that made you feel very rejected, that they didn't care about you. And they're really like reflecting on that and realizing like, dang, I really wish I had made different choices here. Like, because they're kind of in this energy of like melancholy, like just reevaluating their life and realizing that whatever choices maybe they've made thus far have like led them to a lot of pain. And I feel like they're hoping that you can forgive them for maybe the things that they've done. And I feel like they're having to forgive themselves as well. Let's see. Clarify the Five of Cups, please. Pile 2. Clarify the Five of Cups. Clarify the Five of Cups. Yeah, so we have the Ace of Swords. I can see the truth. So as you can see in this Five of Cups card, she's actually crying a little tear. I don't know if you can really see it, but this like mermaid here is like shedding a tiny little tear. So it's like they're seeing the truth. And again, it's hurtful. It's like painful. Like with this Five of Cups energy, that's like kind of like disappointment, like sorrow, regret, loneliness. So they're seeing the truth about something. And it could be that they're literally crying because they feel like they hurt you so badly. And it's like they just feel so bad about it. You see right through me, Queen of Swords, Two of Wands, and Knight of Swords. So a lot of swords energy here. So with the Queen of Swords, I feel like this person wants to come forward to, and really like in a respectful way and communicate their truth here. Like actually give you really clear communication. And with the Knight of Swords as well, like they're really wanting to rush towards you. So yeah, it seems like a lot of truth is coming out, in this connection right now. And then the Two of Wands, I'm carefully planning my next steps. So even if there's like kind of a distance right now with this Five of Cups energy, even if it seems like maybe they're just feeling really sad, it's like they're realizing that they do want to return to you. They want to take immediate action towards you. So they are, I think, planning to reach out to you soon, or maybe even apologize. That could be what it is. It's like they're planning on reaching out for you and maybe giving you some, like almost like I'm hearing like darker truths, but like not in a bad way, like maybe telling you like, look, I've been really sad about what I've done. Like, I've been thinking about how I hurt you. I feel really terrible about what I've done. Like not just like actually maybe really reveal their inner pain to you a bit, their guilt. Let's see. Clarify the Tower, please. Bell 2. Clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. The Five of Wands, clarify the Tower. Clarify the Tower. All 2. Perfect. And the Hierophant. Okay, so there's this energy here with the Five of Wands of kind of like an internal conflict. It says there's a fight going on inside me between my ego and my heart. But then we also have the Hierophant, which says our love is spiritual. And then with this Tower energy here, I feel like this kind of like tension, this harmony with this Five of Wands card here, I feel like this is what's kind of coming to an end, because your person has learned some sort of spiritual lesson right now with the Hierophant. So whatever this Tower energy is, even if it is like the crumbling of a karmic relationship, I feel like it's really teaching them how to listen to their higher self and inner guidance above like other things, especially like to not listen to their ego, because for a lot of you, maybe this person did hurt you because they were in their ego at one point. And now they're having this kind of like ego death tower moment where they're like, wow, I'm having all these realizations. Like, I really wish I hadn't made those choices. Like, this is kind of causing me to really reflect and really like have to change fundamentally. So this is really great though, because the Hierophant, represents your person is like ascending spiritually and like purifying themselves. And the tower also to me represents purification. So there's just a lot of like layers and negativity that's being shed right now. What is pile two? Let's see. What's really going on with pile two's person right now? What's really going on with pile two's person right now? What is really going on with pile two's person? What's really going on with pile two's person? Interesting. This devil card here, master. So yeah, learning to stop controlling, putting those walls up around their heart, learning to take those barriers down. Nine of Pentacles, sacral chakra, Empress, and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so this is great. We have the strengthening bonds card, which is like them wanting to, I think, reconnect with you here, strengthen the bond that you guys share. They're also feeling, I feel like with the devil card as well, they're feeling very passionate here because the sacral chakra came out. So they're feeling very passionate towards you in this connection. They have a lot of desire for you. I feel like this sacral chakra also does represent like personal freedom in a way, like freeing themselves to follow their passion here. And not holding themselves back as much out of fear. We also have the Empress and well-deserved reward. So I feel like this energy of the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress shows that your person really sees you as like, really just like their ideal partner. And they feel like this connection with you is like a gift. Like it's like a blessing in their life. Like you are this like the most beautiful, like kind of like ultimate person in their life, and that's why they really want to like put in this work here to in a way like deserve this connection, because like they feel like they want to like show up for you correctly, if that makes sense, because you are very like valuable here with the Empress card, and they don't want to like show up with just like breadcrumbs or like you know, an energy where it's like it makes you feel like you're not being valued by them. Like they really want to make you feel value. So it's like they're willing to put in that difficult work, like effort, in order to like raise their vibration so that you guys can like come together, if that makes sense. All right, let's get some oracle cards. This is really cute. The fairy card on the bottom of the deck. All right. What's pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? What's pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? What's pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? Okay, that's crazy. What's pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? Okay, so I just pointed out the fairy card on the bottom of the deck and it fell out. That's so weird. Okay, so fairies, earth magic, Gaia, nurturing, and crystals, focus. Whoa, these cards are beautiful. So going along with this Empress card here, this reminds me kind of the Gaia card. They almost have like a similar energy or something. They kind of look alike. And with this fairies card of the earth magic, I feel like your person is really getting in touch with like nature and the divine feminine energy. And it's like they're learning to really nurture themselves and heal themselves. Also, I feel like they're getting in touch with magic here. And I feel like that has to do with manifestation. And then the crystal card. So yeah, they're definitely manifesting something here. I feel like they have their focus on you in this connection. And there's all this like beautiful, like magical stuff that's kind of happening to help bring you guys together. So I feel like your person is definitely on a spiritual path, because we do have like this purple energy of the crystals, which is like the crown chakra. And then maybe your person is kind of like learning to like believe in spirituality and like magic here at the fairies, and not maybe look at things from such a conventional perspective all the time, like not look at everything from a place of logic, like see the beauty and the mystical elements of life. And not just like from the matrix perspective. So I feel like they're leaving like the matrix kind of behind with this fairy energy, which is really beautiful. Like kind of like that inner child energy of like just believing in fairies and unicorns and those kind of things. And kind of like, yeah, like really nurturing that inner child and allowing themselves to just kind of like enjoy the splendid aspects of this connection, like the magic of this connection. Cause I feel like maybe they maybe felt like this connection was too good to be true or something like that. And now they're realizing that something this spiritual and amazing really is something that's possible for them in their life. What else is pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? What else is pile two's person's current energy towards pile two? We have teacher, commitment, and great gratitude. Whoa. So I feel like the teacher card shows that your person is like learning a lot of lessons. They feel like you're like their spiritual teacher in a way. Like you've helped them just through this connection, like ascend. And with the Hierophant that came out earlier, it's like those spiritual lessons that your person is learning as well. Like they're becoming wiser. Maybe they'll be a spiritual teacher for some of you guys. Maybe they already are. We also have commitment. So your person does want to commit to you here. They do want to ground this connection again, like with that nurturing energy. They want to nurture, they want to provide you with stability. And then this is so beautiful, great gratitude. So they feel so grateful for you. They feel like, again, with that, it kind of reminds me of the Nine of Pentacles, well-deserved reward. Like they feel like you're just like this blessing and they are so, so grateful for you. Maybe they almost even see you like a fairy or something, like a magical creature. This almost kind of is like Princess vibes with all the little birds around her. So this person might just think that you're kind of like spectacular, like out of this world, amazing. All right, let's get you some messages from them. What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? My bed feels so cold and empty without you in it. So they definitely do miss you. They want you beside them. I get lost in your eyes and I'm in love with your soul. This is so beautiful. So your person is in love with you at like a very, very deep level. It's not just surface level stuff with them. It's like you guys have a very special sort of energy together. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? We are connected through an eternal flame. So a lot of you guys could resonate with the twin flame connection here. This person feels like you guys are always going to have this like fire for each other. This says the heart wants what it wants and what mine wants is you. So this person is listening to their heart and they're saying that their heart is telling them to be with you very much. I feel that. I want to make you feel like the happiest person alive. I receive so many signs and synchronicities about you. I swear I see your name everywhere. I see my reflection in your eyes. So a lot of mirroring here. I want to move in with you and live our lives together. And I feel so protective of you in our love, which is really sweet. Your person feels like they do want to live with you. They want to nurture you with that commitment energy. And they want to keep you safe. Let's see. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? Wow, look at this. I'm eternally grateful for the blessing that is your existence. And then look, the great gratitude card. So totally synchronistic here. Your person is feeling extremely grateful for you. And great gratitude is such a high vibrational feeling. So I feel like your person is really ascending. There won't be a day where I don't think of you. We were born of the same divine spark. Interesting. So we were born of the same divine spark, and then also we are connected through an eternal flame. So very divine counterpart energy here. And then you see underneath my mask and it scares me. So this could definitely be a shadow side to your person. I bet is that they might feel like they're too exposed with you. Like you see them too much. You see too much of who they really are. And it could be that it makes them feel very afraid sometimes because they can't hide from you. But these are all these things that they're learning here. What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does Pile 2's person want to say? We have I'm dreaming of you. So your person is dreaming of you. This is also just like daydreaming about you. You guys might be connecting in dreams in the 5th dimension. In my heart, you are truly irreplaceable and you're perfect for me. So this is really, really sweet. I feel like this person's just realizing how amazing you are and just how like they'll just never be able to like replace you in this connection, and that like you just feel like just so special and amazing to them. And then I feel like you're just like their total mirror, like their exact right person. And no one else really compares to you at all. All right, what else does Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else does pile two's person want to say to pile two? What else does pile two's person want to say? You're heaven sent. Oh, that's so sweet. So they're gonna feel like they manifested you, and you're like, again, that blessing, that gift. I can't stay away from you. And I feel like they don't want to either. So if there's anything that's holding them back, I feel like it's all being released so they can come towards you. All right. What does Pal 2 need to hear right now? What does Pal 2 need to hear right now? Love is kind and just. This is like Libran energy here. When you are in love, a smile is always on your face. You feel good about yourself, and because you are happy, you are kind. Love is also just. When you make a mistake, you pay only once for that mistake. So I feel like this is saying that love is really important, and being in the energy of love helps us to be kinder to other people. I definitely resonate with that. But I feel like this is also saying, like, to forgive yourself if you feel like you've made mistakes. Like, you don't need to keep paying for that mistake, like, every day, like, punishing yourself for it. And I also feel like that's relevant to this connection too. Like, if your person has, like, messed up in the past, like, you don't have to hold it against them like a grudge, or you kind of stay in that energy of resentment and maybe just, like, kind of carry that feeling of, like, disharmony with you. It's like you can maybe express your feelings to them and, like, deal with that feeling, but then kind of, like, just, like, let it go, surrender it. Because we all do shift and evolve. So there is no reason to hold on to resentment, because people are different, like, day by day. And we all have the capacity to change. So it's like holding resentment towards something or someone that doesn't even exist anymore, if that makes sense. All right. What else is Pile 2's person want to say to Pile 2? What else is Pile 2's person? You're always in my dreams. Okay, that's interesting, because they said I'm dreaming of you earlier. Can I trust you? So learning to feel safe, definitely. There's no one else. I'm sick of the silence. So if there's silence between you, they're really sick of it. They want to talk to you. And then I'm still dreaming about you. Okay, that's crazy. I'm dreaming about you came out 3 times. So that's definitely what's going on here. What else is Pile 2's person's energy towards Pile 2? So yeah, I feel like with this, we have the 5 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. So this is kind of that back and forth energy, mental conflict, but the Hierophant's coming out again. So I feel like they're ascending beyond this. They're letting go of that behavior, but it is kind of an important lesson. And then we have the 9 of Cups here, which represents, I feel like, gratitude and just feeling really abundant, really lucky. Like, I feel like they see you as wish fulfillment for sure, Pile 2. What else does Pile 2 need to hear right now? It says, ever mind the rule of 3. And I feel like this is from the Wiccan tradition. And that's basically about, if you put out negative energy, you'll receive that back to you threefold. And if you put out positive energy, you'll receive that back threefold as well. Or like any energy you put out into the universe, you will receive it, which is kind of interesting, because I was kind of saying that at the beginning of the reading. I was talking about that. This is a rune. This one says marriage. So there is like a union, I feel like, happening in this connection. This rose, so your person wants to bring a romance towards you for sure. What is this? Ooh, a little lipstick. So I think your person finds you very, very attractive, very seductive. Oh, and another rose. There's 2 roses in this pile. So yeah, there's definitely romance coming your way. They find you very beautiful as well. This axe is like cutting negative cords, the toxic energies. This little pencil kind of reminds you of like manifestation, scripting. So I feel like you are learning to create your reality. What does this say? This says follow your heart. So this is happening, I think, on both sides. This bear. So this reminds you that your person is very protective of you. I think they said that earlier, like they just want to keep you safe. This little key. So I feel like you're unlocking each other's hearts here. You do have the key to their heart. And then this little snowflake. So remind you that you are irreplaceable, because you are so unique and special that this person feels like, there really is no one else for them, because you are their perfect match. All right, Pile 2, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Sending you abundance and bliss. Take care. All right, bye bye. Hello, pile three. Welcome to your reading. It is so lovely to have you. So we're looking at what's going on with your person. So I got a few cards that I pre-shuffled. So these are the lessons that they're learning right now. You have judgment, forgiveness, and virtue. Judgment says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. Forgiveness, I understand that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And virtue, you acknowledge your loving spiritual attributes that encourage others to grow. So this is really sweet. I feel like your person is really releasing a lot of, like judgment and learning to kind of see themselves in other people and stop being so critical of others and maybe even critical of themselves, letting go of resentment. So I think your person is becoming just more of a positive minded sort of person and like learning to try to like see the good in other people and themselves as well. And then the virtue, it's like they're realizing that by being in this energy of love and compassion for other people rather than being really harsh with others, being really critical, negative, it's like they're realizing that they have the capability to help other people grow, and that they can actually really help people on their spiritual path, rather than maybe hurting other people's feelings and stuff like that. So it's like this person's really learning to have compassion for those around them and like understand that just because someone acts a certain way on the surface, like there's likely a lot of stuff that's going on within them or things from their childhood, and like not taking people necessarily on face value and like learning to like see the love in everybody else around them. And also just like learning to really not beat themselves up too much when they make a mistake as well. 'Cause I feel like the more self-love and self-compassion we have for ourselves, we're a lot less critical on other people as well. All right, what's going on with Pile Three's person? What's really going on with Pile Three's person? What's going on with Pile Three's person? What's really going on with Pile Three's person? What's really going on with Pile Three's person? What's really going on with Pile Three's person? Okay, so we have the Magician, the Seven of Wands, and the Emperor. So very divine masculine energy here with all of these cards. I feel like your person is really standing up for themselves and what they believe in. It's like they're really not giving their power away to others anymore, or just like other situations or lower vibrational things. It's like they're really learning to stand in their authority, and if they want something in their life here with the Magician, like they call it in, and they're releasing a lot of like shame, I think, around like who they are as a person, and just really learning to stand up for the things that matter most. Like I feel like that has to do with this connection as well. We also have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. So we have divine counterpart energy here. A lot of fire in this pile. I already feel just like Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy, for sure. And then also swords and a little bit of the water signs there at the Five of Cups. But I feel like this person sees you as their true equal. And it's like they're realizing that you are definitely their person. No one compares to you. Like you are their perfect match. And I feel like with the Magician, like this person is manifesting you. Definitely. If the Queen of Swords, so I feel like this person wants to bring truth to you. It's like they know that you deserve the truth. Also, I feel like they understand that, you know, you do have strong boundaries for yourself. You are very independent, but you're also like not cruel. Like I'm getting a message here that maybe in the past, it's like maybe your person felt like you put boundaries up with them and they felt like you were being very cruel and like very hurtful by doing that. But then I feel like with this like forgiveness energy, this person's maybe seeing how maybe things that they did in the past made you feel like you needed to put those boundaries up, or maybe like you put a boundary up because they crossed a line, and maybe this person's starting to have like empathy and forgive you for that, and they're realizing that like you were just watching out for yourself because you respect yourself, because you love yourself. And so I feel like this person's learning to see that you're a very, very strong person, and they're learning to just really respect you as like this powerful, confident Queen of Wands energy. Like they see you as very confident, very beautiful, charismatic, and intelligent with the Queen of Swords, and discerning. It's like they know that you see the truth about situations, and I think they're learning to really respect that as well. That maybe sometimes like you even can like kind of predict the outcome of circumstances before they even happen, and that like you have this great ability to really like assess things and like get to the root of things. And maybe it used to scare them that you are so perceptive, but I feel like this person's really learning to see how gifted you are and really respect that. I feel like you're very psychic here. Definitely. Let's see. And then the Four of Swords as well. So there's some healing I think that's taking place with your person at the moment. They're really taking that time to just nurture themselves. It's like very quiet energy. So your person might be kind of quiet at the moment. But I feel like they're just doing a lot of reflecting, evaluating, thinking about this connection as well, and just seeing the places where maybe they need to heal. We also have the Five of Cups, so they are feeling lonely here. They do miss you quite a bit, I feel. And that could be also this energy of maybe regret and disappointment for things that they did in the past. But I feel like with the forgiveness energy, they're learning to forgive themselves too, especially if they did hurt you. I feel like part of their growth is learning to like, stop really being hard on themselves about things. Clarify the Five of Cups, please, for pile 3. Clarify the Five of Cups, pile 3. Clarify the Five of Cups for pile 3. Clarify the Five of Cups for pile 3. Okay, so we have the Death card, which is endings and new beginnings here. I'm going through a powerful change and transforming into a new state of being. So I feel like there is kind of like an ego death or something like that going on with your person. With this Five of Cups energy, they're really, I think, sitting in their emotions and allowing all those emotions to be released. Almost getting like a tower vibe from that too. Just like this person is purging and healing or releasing a lot. Eight of Wands, my passion for you is so intense. I want you right now. So this is also saying that I think your person really wants to communicate with you too. Like they're missing the passion as well. I feel like you really add a lot of passion and excitement to this person's life, and maybe they get kind of bored when you're not there. I'll look at this Four of Swords. Yeah, so they're healing from this sadness though right now, definitely. The Star. You fill me with hope and I have faith in our love. So even though it's kind of maybe a darker time for them right now with this Five of Cups, they are kind of maybe doing that shadow work. I feel like they are, again, healing here. They're getting renewed. Again, that's a card of forgiveness too. So I feel like this person still has faith in this connection. I feel like you're helping to guide them energetically, like through this maybe kind of difficult time. And they have the Two of Pentacles. I'm getting my priorities straight. So I feel like this is about them learning to prioritize like love more than other things, rather than maybe be judgmental of other people. They're learning to prioritize like really positive characteristics like forgiveness, compassion, things like that. And they're seeing maybe as well like what they really do want to put their energy into. Like, do they want to put their energy into like positive energy, or do they want to put it into like, yeah, kind of being like hurtful to other people or judgmental and stuff like that. Sorry, some cards fall on the floor. So yeah, I feel like that also could be about like karmic energy for some of you, if that resonates, like realizing that they want to put their energy towards this connection and not so much like other people or situations. All right, let's get some war cards. What else is really going on with pile 3's person right now? What else is really going on with pile 3's person right now? What else is really going on with pile 3's person? What else is really going on with pile 3's person? Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles coming out again, find balance. So again, balancing themselves out, healing, and again, figuring out what their priorities are. We have the solar plexus, flow, Seven of Pentacles, and the blossom. Okay, so with the solar plexus here, I feel like your person is healing, like, again, feelings of like shame and issues related to self-esteem and confidence. So maybe they've had blockages there that made it hard for them Maybe they've struggled with like depression and stuff like that, because I think a blocked solar plexus can really affect your ability to like be happy. That makes sense here with the Five of Cups. So it could also just be that maybe your person just struggles or has struggled with like chronic feelings of sadness and like emptiness. And so this is all what's healing right now in general, and not just necessarily just to do with this connection, but definitely is all holistic. So I feel like the more your person heals, the more they will bring really good energy to this connection. We have the Wheel of Fortune flow. So they're learning to just let go and go with the flow, and not maybe be so much in the energy of control, like having to be really strong. They're learning to kind of like get in touch with the feminine aspect as well, and just kind of surrender to the journey. We have the Seven of Pentacles awaiting results. So this person is definitely very invested into your connection. It could just be that this is like kind of a period of waiting, because they're still in this process of growing. Like the Seven of Pentacles is kind of an energy of patience. So that it might just be that internally, like they know it's maybe not the right time to take a lot of action or a lot of movement, because they just feel like they still need more time to just heal on their own. And then we have Blossom with the Judgment card. So this is about that spiritual awakening. And again, this reminds me of like the solar plexus kind of. So this person is opening up right now. There's like some sort of ascension going on, an epiphany, a lot of realizations. The Judgment card means that your person's like listening to their higher calling as well. So I feel like there's definitely a spiritual transformation going on for them right now, and they are becoming their best self. It might just be a process, if that makes sense. Like it might not happen overnight, but it is, I feel like step by step, your person is getting closer to their true selves as they release and heal all these things. All right, what else is Pile 3's person's current energy towards Pile 3? What else is Pile 3's person's current energy? A river movement. So yeah, this is about those, like kind of with the flow energy, just allowing themselves to just move with where life takes them. And then, okay, this is really interesting. I saw this card on the bottom of the deck and I almost pointed it out, and then it came out. Vulnerability meadow. So learning to be vulnerable, because maybe for a lot of them, like it's really hard for them to be vulnerable with you. But I feel like with this energy of the river here, it's like learning to just, like if their emotions want to come out, just letting them come out and not holding everything so closely. And then clouds, shape-shifting. So this reminds you of like the Death card, like this person is shifting into a different version of themselves. So they are changing very dramatically at the moment. What else is Pile 3's person's current energy towards Pile 3 right now? What else is Pile 3's person's current energy towards Pile 3 right now? What else is Pile 3's person's current energy towards Pile 3? What else is Pile 3's person's current energy? Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, so this is really beautiful. I love this card. This is like my favorite card from this deck. Kindred partnership. And isn't that just the most romantic? That's just so sweet. So this person definitely feels like you are their divine counterpart, because definitely the King of Wands and a Queen of Wands coming out does show that. So your person is aware that you're like their soulmate, twin flame, etc. And we also have true love. So these two cards together definitely show that your person knows that you are like the love of their life, like the one, their ultimate person. We have increase, and you can see all these like beautiful diamonds and jewels laying around. So this is like, they see this like path towards you, towards this like happy family life, towards this happy home. This is all giving me like 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles kind of energy. So it's almost like this person knows that if they go down the path of being in your life together, in union or in a relationship or whatever, this person knows that this is going to like add a lot of just happiness and just abundant feelings. I also have friends and colleagues. So I feel like this reminds me of like them wanting to like get together with you, maybe with your friends, like have a good time. This reminds me of like the Three of Cups, just like enjoying each other, having a good time. I feel like this is also saying like this person sees you as like a very close friend of theirs. Maybe they've also been getting advice from other people about your connection for some of you. And then this is back and forth, and this reminds me of the Two of Pentacles. So it could be that like, even though this person does see this like long-term future with you, even though they like somehow, I think they do know that you are like meant to be with each other. They might still get kind of caught up in their head sometimes where they kind of go back and forth and maybe like question themselves. But I feel like this is kind of a behavior that they're like leaving behind, because it's like it's so obvious to them that they know that you're like their true love, that maybe they're kind of realizing they need to stop fighting this connection and just stop doubting it. It could be your person struggles with a lot of like doubts and like feelings of unworthiness and feelings like it's too good to be true. But I feel like that's something they're letting go of now. What else is past three's person in the state of pile 3? This past three's person in the state of pile 3. Our chemistry is so powerful. It's explosive whenever we connect. Wow. Yeah, definitely. With all this fire energy here, there is a very explosive, powerful energy between the two of you. What else is pile 3's person in the state of pile 3? You are so magnetic. My heart will always pull me closer and closer to you until we are finally one. So you are magnetizing this person. The Queen of Wands is very magnetic. What else is pile 3's person in this day? I'm afraid of showing weakness because I'm afraid of being judged for how sensitive I truly am. So, yeah, that's something that they're having to release, is like exactly with that back and forth energy. It's like on one hand, they want to be vulnerable with you. They want to tell you that they love you and they see a future with you and that you're their true love, stuff like that. But then it's like they feel like it could open them up to a lot of like a lot of weakness. Like you could use it against them or like judge them. And also with that 5 of Cups energy, maybe if your person does struggle with like their mental health or like depression and stuff like that, maybe they also don't want you to know because they don't want you to see them as weak for having those issues, which of course they're not. I feel like a lot of people do struggle with their mental health sometimes. All right. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person want to say? Your electricity in my veins. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? I'm true to you. So they are saying that they are loyal to you. They're true. And interesting because true love came out here. We have had many past lives together. So you guys, I feel like you've done this before. And I feel like that's why you guys are so connected, is because you are like soulmates or twin flames, divine counterparts. And you just kind of meet each other and you just kind of do this again and again with one another, where you maybe have to work through things, but you eventually connect. That's this pile 3's person in the state of pile 3. You make my heart shine with love. Oh, that's so sweet. So your person's saying like you just open up their heart chakra. You make them feel like just so divinely happy. I replay our conversations over and over in my head and savor every word you have said to me. So you might have had some really deep, beautiful conversations, and they like to think about this a lot. I feel your energy so strongly around me all day, constantly reminding me of how in love with you I am. You are my one and only. Wow, totally. That's great. Someday I'll find the right words and I'll tell you everything. Please just give me time. And you are such a divine and beautiful being. I think you must be an angel sent straight from heaven, which is so sweet. So they do think you are very angelic, very special. What else is pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? You trigger me to the depths of my inner darkness. So yeah, I feel like that's kind of also an aspect here, is that your person's had to really face a lot of their darker aspects, a lot of their more difficult parts of themselves, and kind of like reconcile those. So that might happen sometimes, where a person just gets really triggered because a really deep blockage comes up. And then I thought it would be easier if I left before you could leave me. So this could be something that your person maybe has abandonment issues. So maybe you feel like they've abandoned you in the past, or maybe they sometimes just like ghost you or something, or like disappear. Because I think that it's like this fear of vulnerability here. And so it's almost like they feel like they almost want to run away before you can leave them, if that makes sense. What else does pile 3's person want to say to pile 3? What else does pile 3's person? I'm all yours. So this person's saying like, I'm true to you, I'm all yours. So I really don't feel like your person is like connecting with anyone else, or at least not on an emotional level at all. Like you're definitely the one that they are really interested in. The universe will always bring us back together. Again, I kind of was saying that earlier. You guys are like this pair that kind of just comes and finds each other over and over. And then I loved you from the start. So they're saying that I always loved you. It could also just be from the beginning of time. Like they've always loved you and they always will. Let's see. What does pile 3 need to hear right now? I'm going to reshuffle. What does pile 3 need to hear right now? What does pile 3 need to hear right now? You are only responsible for your half of a relationship. With these really cute flamingos here. There are two halves in every relationship, but you are only responsible for your half of the relationship. It is not up to you to control the other half. Respect the other half, and there is always going to be peace in that relationship. So I feel like this is saying, again, like, you're not responsible for your person's choices. If they've hurt you in the past, it's not personal. It's not your fault. And then also just, like, you don't worry about trying to control them or, like, make them do anything, because it's also up to them to, like, figure themselves out, stuff like that. So as long as you bring your best self, your, love and compassion and energy to the relationship, I feel like that's all you really have to worry about. And it's, up to them to bring what they have. All right. Let's see. What else does pile 3's first? I'm going to say to pile 3. You bring so much joy to me. Aw, you're perfect to me. I'm sick of the silence. So if there's silence, they miss you. Can I trust you? And there's no one else. Interesting. Like, that keeps coming out, like, there's no one else. There's no one else. So a lot of you, this person is only with you, or just totally single. I feel like they don't even bother with other people at all, because they just know that you're the one. What else is pile 3's person's current energy towards pile 3? Pile 3's person's current energy towards pile 3. We have the 8 of Wands, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. This person wants to come rushing towards you. They're really excited about you, and they have the 8 of Wands. So I feel like there could definitely be communication happening soon, because they want to rebuild this here, this connection. All right, so what does pile 3 need to do right now? This is the cutest charm ever. Oh my gosh, I love this. We have this little black cat. I had a black cat at one point, so that's very good sign, good omen. I love black cats. So maybe you own kitties. I feel like that also runs through the Queen of Wands energy. So I feel like you're very connected to, like, the other side. We have the letter B and the letter O and the number 0, so new beginnings. We have this little, like, it's like a watery heart. So I feel like there's a ton of emotions here, even if they aren't being expressed, like a lot of feelings that your person has. This is a little planet. So I feel like you guys might be starseeds for a lot of you. Maybe you sometimes don't feel it quite at home here and on the earth. You feel like disoriented. We have this little unicorn. A lot of really good charms for you guys. It's really cute. So you're a very, very special, like, magical person. Your person definitely sees you that way. This says miracle. So yeah, definitely miracles are coming in this connection for sure. Namaste. So I feel like this is a really good sign, like blessings. I feel like your person's learning to see themselves as divine. You could have a connection to Buddhism as well, or East India. You have this little magical lamp. So a lot of wishes, I think, are being manifested here. And again, the star, another sign of hope and healing. These two hearts connected. So you and your person, very, very connected on the soul level. We have the 1 number as well. So again, like, you're the one, the only one. This says, oh yeah, look at this. You're my sunshine, my only sunshine. I feel like that just keeps getting reiterated over and over in this pile. Your person really wants you to know that, not to worry about other people. And you're this little, I think this is like a little pig. And I feel like pigs are very, very intelligent. So I feel like your person likes your sense of humor as well, and they really like your intelligence. I think it's really attractive. All right, pile 3, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Sending you abundance and bliss and love. Take care. All right, bye-bye.